Collected a pheasant then. Beacon fell in a Honda Civic 1.6i DTEC. A very, very economical car. Honda claim it'll achieve 78.5 miles to the gallon. So far, the most I've managed to get is 54. But I certainly have no complaints about the car. It's got everything you could possibly want. Very, very comfortable car. Easy to drive. Precise. Gear change is just unbelievably slick. With basically one finger. The car has air conditioning. This one has the sat nav in it. It's also got Bluetooth telephone. Will also pick up your iTunes and play through the system. It has an economy button over here. There you go. You'll see on the dash there, economy off, economy back on. As you're driving, it shows various shades of blue. Dark blue obviously is not very economical. As it goes lighter and lighter, if I take my foot off the accelerator there, it goes to green. It thinks I'm driving economically, but I was just slowing down. However, it does teach you to change gear properly, and it certainly gets you driving a few more miles to the gallon more economically. The car has folding mirrors. I'll just go down this hill first before I take my eyes off the road for a second to do it. Again, the steering is just, the car is a joy to drive. Going through an S-bend one-handed, not what you're supposed to do, but there's no more traffic on the road, so it doesn't matter. Click that button, the mirrors fold in, so nobody can knock them when you're parking. Click it again and off they go again. Over here on the steering wheel, you've got cruise control. Again, easy to set, switch on, and click the button, and that's it. Cancel it again there. It's been a pretty bad day today, poor day all round. Raining 1 minute and then it's sunny the next. A lot of spray on the windscreen there. Just get rid of that. And hopefully this chap keeps over to his side of the road, because he didn't appear to be. Local beauty spot here. An older couple there having a picnic. Everything about the Honda's well built. For instance, this cigarette lighter, which is powering the camera, a cigarette lighter plug. Normally on other cars, the cigarette lighter jumps out every time you go over a bump. Honda have built it with a little cover stroke bracket which presses against the plug and keeps it in place firmly. Just attention to detail like that, it's superb. The radio is extremely good as well. Settings for 6 people's preferences, which is probably a little bit of overkill, especially if you get them in the car at the same time and they're all fighting over the radio. That gives you the source of the music. You can have auxiliary, Bluetooth audio, which is connected to now my iPhone, USB and iPod, CD, or FM and AM radio. Take that back to the map there. and it's a good clear screen, the CD fitting in there. Down here is the most annoying button on all cars these days for me. It's the automatic cut-off traffic lights, etc. switch. Does absolutely nothing for me, except the only thing I can see it doing is wearing your clutch out and your flywheel and your starter motor, which sooner or later will need replacing and probably cost a heck of a lot more than the actual petrol you save. The other thing is, and again, it's on the worst part of a car's journey is when you start it up. Right, we're there, stopped it, take my foot off the clutch, the car's stopped, the A's come on the dashboard. Now, as soon as I press the clutch, the car will start again. Again, the worst part of the journey for me is when you start up and the car starts up and shakes. You just see it now. Foot on the clutch, there you go. Using all the gears, the starter motor, the clutch, the flywheel, unnecessary wear in my view, and a pretty stupid idea. I'm sure scientists will be able to prove me wrong, but no, I can't have it. Again, the display there, stop, select reverse, reversing camera in the rear of the Honda, and it shows you the ideal way to reverse into a parking space. Broken line there, dotted line, when that hits the closest object behind, that's time to stop. Off we go. The reason I'm not playing the radio at the moment is this video will go on YouTube. YouTube have software which identifies records, and so there's no breach of copyright, they mute your soundtrack. So even for the slightest bit of radio or record, your whole soundtrack's taken off. So it might be a blessing in disguise, because you won't be able to hear me talking, but you won't be able to hear the engine either, and really how quiet it is. I think the first diesel engine car I ever drove was probably a 2.3 Opel Record. Fantastic car, fantastic engine, went on forever, but gosh was it noisy. And you pulled up at traffic lights in that. I would have wanted the automatic cut-off, because you were at traffic lights and you were bouncing away, the car was wobbling away with the diesel engine, and there's this horrendous knocking noise. Now with these direct injection engines, they're pretty much like a petrol. Certainly probably better to drive than a petrol, more torque, no need for changing gears as often really. Superb, absolutely fantastic, very, very economical. Right, I'm going to shut up talking now and let you just listen to the car for a bit. And before I sign off, I'd just like to say once again thank you to Honda UK for lending me this car for a week to evaluate, filling it up with fuel for me, delivering it to me, and they'll be collecting it this Thursday, and also for lending me the CR-V, which I thoroughly enjoyed last week as well. Thanks for your time. Listen to the engine. Again, sorry, I can't shut up. The good thing about sat-nav, you may know where you're going, you may have an idea where you're going, but what I always find, especially when I'm doing test drives with people, if the car's got sat-nav, I like to have it on. You can see what you're coming to ahead in the road, and the way some people drive, it's an absolute must. You can see hazards before they come. There you go, that shows you all the road ahead. Shows you there's a junction off to the left, so that you can be aware of anybody pulling out, especially in these country lanes, because there's tractors all over the place. But it also warns you of sharp bends like this coming up, so you know to be slowing down. I will be very sorry to see this car go back. As a daily user, and for a car to put your money in knowing you're not going to get any trouble, I think this the Civic is a very, very good choice. We'll slow down for this horse because it looks a bit giddy. I think she must have been teaching it to kneel down there. One thing I have noticed with the Honda, which not so much annoying as at night the rake of the windscreen actually catches the lights from your dash display, and you kind of get a northern lights image right in your vision. Easy remedied. There's a little switch here which I now can't find. There we go. Little switch there. That turns down the brightness of the display, and that's sorted. But the Honda's got such a pleasant dashboard, illuminated blue at night, well, illuminated blue during the day, but even more noticeable at night. Very, very pleasant display, and I quite like it when it's bright, but unfortunately it does cast this blue light across the windscreen. Just so easy to change gears. That's it. There we go. It shows you there's a sharp bend, but it doesn't show you that there's going to be 3 numpties walking in the road. Sorry, 5 numpties walking in the road. So watch out for oncoming traffic. Now we're in a little village called Scorton, towards Garstang. And once we get through here, I shall switch the camera off. But it's a nice place if you can see it. This could be a tad awkward. And that's it. I'm going to look for somewhere to have some lunch now.